Hello, 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 I am Angru.
And I'm Graham.
We're here today with another 1v1 from the Wargame Bootcamp Discord Brain Rot Tournament. We are in a bowl of punching, and who's punching it out today, Graham?
So, Ring, on the left-hand side, we have the Spud, and on the right, we have Faust. There's no point in doing the elaborate deck introductions because they're playing the same exact deck, which I believe is just NATO unspec, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to get very hot on both sides. So, with both of them playing the exact same deck, it really all just comes down to skill issue at this point. There's no deck
It's true.
advantage.
Actually, it's a really good point. For the first time in probably the entire series of this brain rot, I'm surprised my brain's still intact from some of the games that we've casted here. But this will be, no. What we like to say, I'm a friend group of mine, no Johns. This is gonna be all skill here, no excuses. Same exact decks thrown against each other on the map.
Indeed, and throw it off at the start. I mean, both sides, of course, spamming those engineer troops. But we do
Yeah.
have Faust going hard in the center with two of those H. Abrams using a good amount of smoke, so he's really just trying to shut down Bravo as soon as possible, really.
Well, I actually really like that because what's going to kill the H.A. Abrams in Spud's deck? Other H.A. Abrams, right? That's really the only thing. So if you can establish your armor dominance here early, and it looks like Spud didn't open with any of them. We see an Amix and RC up north. Yeah, Command Abrams actually going to Charlie. So he's now going to call out one, and he's going to have to either micro the hell out of that one HA, or really he's probably going to wait till he gets two, which just gives so much time for Faust to really get some damage done with these super heavy tanks.
Yeah, and I guess it's also like the nice benefit of both people playing the exact same deck. You know exactly what your opponent can do to counter you. You just have to open up your own tabs.
Yeah, and this is like Warno, where maybe you could HE or napalm bomb the tanks to death, and that might work in certain situations. Like the bombers that are equipped for the two sides here, they're not really going to do anything to the HA. And there's no ATGMs because it's all engineer infantry. I'm trying to see. There's the Mars 240, or there's the Lars. One of those is the clusters. I
Yeah.
don't remember off the top of my head which designation is, but one is the cluster. But I think he would need like two solid salvos probably to kill the HAs with it.
Yeah, he is actually buying a Mar 214. That is the Napalm run, so it will
Yes,
be
the
the
napalm one.
Lars, which I
Yeah.
believe, yes, is the cluster one. It's actually quite interesting why he's buying that one. I'm guessing he's wanting to clear out Bravo, but I think the main priority, like you said, is really knocking out those HA Abrams. You want some long-range anti-tank.
Yeah, I see the idea of maybe you take one of them, like you take a Lars, take one of your HAs, you get some really good connections with the Lars, and the one HA might be able to clean up. I kind of buy into that logic a little bit, but not fully, and especially with the Mars, as we see where it's. I wish this was like Warno, it shows where he's firing at. But I think you're right. He might. Well, he might try to stop the infantry that's pushing up against the town there in Bravo.
Yeah, because he really only has that one small strip of land left. Okay, he's buying that
Okay, there's the
second
other
H
HA.
Abrams, and
Yeah,
just like you said, like him having to wait around to meet armor parity with no cheaper counters has
yeah.
given Faust a like perfect opportunity to extremely exploit Bravo. He's almost fully captured it, and heck, if you look up north in Charlie, he's also starting a little offensive up here as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this works out for him. The Lynx is going to provide some good rocket support on the AMX-10 there, but he does need to kill the RC because the RC could shut down almost all of this push. The Sturmpioneer, we're just going to call them engineers. I don't speak Swedish. But the SPS is going to go up there. They're going to clean them out right there. STRF providing some fire support. Let's see if the AMX-10 can get the kill here. No, he doesn't get the kill because there's enough front armor and it should die right there. So, yeah, this should be cleaned up for the most part except for the Command Abrams and Charlie.
Yeah, and the SBS now fighting CQC against the engineers, and those genies are, well, granting his risk of a fiery hot death here, and actually going to be pulling out the
Yeah.
town, which is definitely a smart move, because that SBS really, you want to be using that long range of that bread machine gun. It's pretty damn powerful in this sort of engagement.
Yeah, and the Mars did some decent damage here to the genies that were pushing up in the southern portion of Bravo. So most of that should die outside of the APCs with the 50 cal. But the HAs are moving up, and so now the Spuds HAs have shown themselves. So Faust here, well, he has just doubled up in a group versus the two single. And now shots are going out here, so we have a full-on tank engagement. They're only going to do 1 HP of damage to each other from the front. Faust going ahead and pulling back. Spud deciding he's going to press the claim here.
Yeah, dropping in smoke for defense, and yeah, it's really probably the best idea for Faust to just really buy time. He doesn't need to risk a risky engagement fighting over Spud's HAs. I mean, he has the zone, and really for either side with his HA duel, you need just, you know, a little bit extra, some sort of, you know, bomb and run to suppress, maybe just some other extra armored support to really break this stalemate.
Yeah, because to the HA in reality, right? It's the low AP for the 140 price. So while it does have, you know, a pretty solid frontal armor, they're really going to take a long time to kill each other head on. Now, Faust does have a Super Cobra available. He could bring that over, and that could be decisive. And there's no AA whatsoever surrounding Spud's HAs. Also, no smoke either. So just off, you know, the supplement equipment, support equipment around them, I'd say Faust has the edge here. But he is backing up when he probably could maybe take a fight with the smoke.
Yeah, and especially if his Super Cobra now becoming in that's a huge force position. And I completely forgot, about the HA Abram having pretty crap AP for the price. Because, if they both just duel with each other, it's just going to be a big bullet sponge match.
Yeah, and he's being really cautious here with this Super Cobra. He needs to send it up because it does have a toe too. That's got 25 AP, more than enough to really get some massive damage done on these HAs, and then his own tanks could clean up. But he's kind of like leaving it there. Maybe he's worried about the SBS that Spud now has pushed into Delta since he cleaned up the Charlie push.
Oh, Phantom coming in down south here for the links. We also saw a napalm run up north into Charlie to try to clear out the town, so both sides are dropping it hot, you could say.
Okay, so we see the engagement going down in the smoke here. HAs tangling with each other. Both, I think, are at the same health. I think one of Spud's is less than one of Faust here. It's kind of complicated. Trying to cast the same tank shooting at each other. Oh, Toe 2 coming in, though. Massive hit right there, down to 2 HP. Oh, but a stabilization malfunction. Faust should, I think he should split the... He should split the tanks. Oh, one goes down right there.
Got one. And then the other one should be able to back off. But yeah, massive engagement from Faust. Being able to get the armor, advantage once again while still holding on to Bravo. Really the best thing which could happen for him.
Yeah, and now Super Cobra for Spud is coming up. There is a Kratal, but the Kratal's fired 3 of its 4 missiles at the Phantom, only getting 1 hit. And so he's going to need to resupply that, or the Super Cobra is going to be able to, his own Super Cobra will be able to come up here. Oh, actually, he does get the kill, but I think that's actually kind of bad for him if the Super Cobra commits.
Yeah.
Want to drop its napalm on the Super Cobra to try and kill it.
Oh, almost got it. 1 HP.
Yeah, almost did got it. 1 HP, he's panicked.
You really want to bug out back off to the FOB, or we're seeing the Mars fire onto Foxtrot here. And I think, I don't know, Spud doesn't have a whole lot here to do an offensive into Foxtrot, but this napalm barrage would say otherwise.
Something interesting about Spud's play so far, because I mean, technically he is up in this game. It's kind of felt like Faust has had the momentum, I would say, the initiative so far in the match. Oh, Mirage 3C comes in and gets the Super Cobra. Big pick right there, diving in. Mirage 3C better than Phantom. You saw it here first. But Kratal going back to resupply. The Abrams need to get resupplied. Nice move there, though, by Faust.
Yeah, definitely a good pick, and I think this is really just going to cement his hold on to Bravo. I don't think Spud can really reasonably contest that. He still has that one strip.
Toehold.
Yeah, which you can put a CV in. They do have Abrams CVs, but it's going to be contested. I think, trying to go into Foxtrot, completely capture, and then maybe try to do some shenanigans in Delta, because he has a huge force disposition advantage here. Heck, he has SBS in Delta doing some reconnaissance, and he should be seeing a whole lot of nothing, which is technically a good thing to see.
Yeah, he lost one of his HAs. I think that the fight there showed you, sure, you could do the HA on HA fight, but it's going to be really annoying, and you're really going to need to get your helicopters involved. So why not go pressure Delta, right? Especially because the SPS is giving him, the all clear sign. There's nothing there. Oh, and these YP408 is going to run on top of the last engineers from Faust here. So he'll clean up the last little bit of infantry that was kind of hanging out. Not that it was really a threat whatsoever to the command Abrams or anything.
I think it's just going to drive right by without even really noticing its existence.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Full on drive-by here. It was funny. He must be looking somewhere else on that.
Yeah, I think down south, because we got the engineer push here from Faust, even bringing in the Kia Aurora with the 50 cal machine gun to provide all important fire
CV and
support.
Echo. With the
Echo?
rockets, gonna go ahead.
Oh!
Yeah, and it got the CV. Yep, CV goes down.
Damn. A sneaky links push, right, yeah. But this is actually also a very good push here in general from Faust, really maintaining this momentum advantage he has. And he's actually going to clear up Echo quite easily.
Yeah, 10, the Kia Warrior with his 50 cal, he just puts enough, I think, extra support with these engineers that it's causing him to win more engagements. So it's interesting to see that, because Echo here, he could take that actually. The links here, yeah, bring that over, bring the AMX-10. He might reinforce it though. I see more call outs for infantry to go take the town that Spud's barely holding on Bravo. Honestly, I'd kind of just ignore it. I don't think it's worth trying to take.
Mm-hmm.
Because you control the most of the sector. I mean, and where would he sneak a CV into?
Yeah, it's going to be really a hard place to try to sneak into. But you're definitely right about the firepower advantage here. Like, no pun intended, actually. The flamethrower troops don't have enough firepower. They're very good at short range, but in long range engagements, which frankly are most wargame engagements, really, you can't really do anything. So even just a bloody recon helicopter with a 50 caliber machine gun can provide a whole heap of extra fire support, which you're not going to get otherwise with your basic troops.
Yeah, absolutely. This isn't, Steel Division 2 where the flamethrowers can actually do legitimate damage to the armored vehicles, right? So they're really not going to do anything. We see Spud bring more infantry up as that Mars hits. He actually has brought a LAR R160, LAR 160 as well. So curious to see where he's going to drop that. He's got a Mirage. Looks like he's going to try and drop some more napalm. Oh, he's buying another, and Faust buying another HA to put down south.
Ooh.
It's not a bad move though, because he brought his other two up to the north there to try and put it in to Spud shenanigans in Delta.
Yeah, that is actually quite interesting, completely redeploying him. I guess he's already got his objectives into Bravo. It does also give Spud a decent opportunity to try to get a CV into Bravo.
Alive.
Oh. The irony.
Yeah, right, the irony.
you'd think, like, the flamethrower troops, like a little profile icon, have all the flame gas
gear.
mask gear.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they have, like, 25% flame resistant?
Doesn't it look like
armor?
Like NBC gear, basically, in the profile picture?
I guess fire is a type of chemical, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't know this was science class now. Right?
I'm not a biologist or anything. This is just an observation.
I mean, it's a chemical reaction, right?
Yes.
I would assume so.
It is.
I'm sure that the chat, if I'm wrong, will be sure to let us know if we have any scientists that watch the Wargame cast.
I'm sure they're spending their valuable time watching people play a 8-year-old game now.
Hey,
no, 9.
It's 9
Oh God.
this year. Yeah, because 2014 was the release date. May of 2014.
Yeah, it's 2014. Holy.
Getting old, Frank.
Yeah, I know.
You have to do for the 10-year anniversary. You might have to do something for a war game.
I know it's been
But
a
anyways,
while. Yes.
Besides reflecting on your mortality right there, we do see that Faust is committing more and more troops here into Charlie. So we see the HAs are here, the STRFs here. It's funny because both sides really the only threat from the air are Super Cobras to their tanks. AA is basically just kind of like an accessory piece in this game. It's really not that important for them. And so I'm curious if he can just bring these HAs and push them forward because there's nothing in front of him. And the minute he moves out, he'll realize that. Like there's literally nothing between him and the command Abrams. And
there's very limited infantry AT has to worry about. It's only 4 SBS squads per deck. So that's a reasonable risk you can take here. And that's what he's doing now. He's starting to push through. He's using some of his Stern Pioneers as basically recon. I definitely like his push quite a bit. It's actually quite interesting how North is developing as Spud's got the foothold up north in Delta, but Faust is taking a bit more of the direct approach by going through the center of Charlie.
Yeah, because decided what's the point of taking it, because you're not going to be able to reinforce it. So I might as well just drive across, because there really isn't much threat in that anymore, right? The units available in their decks, he recognizes you're no way going to have anything. The max he could have is maybe an AMX 10RC, which Spud does have, but it's in the wrong position.
And even then, it gets one shot off, and then it gets blapped by the Abrams. They're going to get a juicy side shot.
And the Lar, the Lar and the Mar both keep shooting, but the Lar completely misses. You think, see, the Mar's trying to. I mean, it looks like he's trying to snipe CVs or something with it, but it just hasn't been effective.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to follow up these like artillery strikes, which really in Wargame, frankly all the Eugene games, like especially rocket artillery, for the most part, it's not just about killing; it's about doing suppression damage, seeing follow up through with a major assault. But in this case, he just hasn't had the troops nearby to do that follow up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see now up in the North Ring and Delta, it's Command Abrams being called out by Faust, so he's going to look for a decap of Charlie. He's going to continue to push forward here. Eventually, these these engineers should run into the Command M1. His HAs are actually going in the wrong direction. Not that he could know, right? But the AMX-10 moving out. It's just funny that he hasn't really explored over there. Though I think eventually that one engineer should run into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to spot the Abrams, and it's just moving his Abrams to engage the command Abrams and take commanding control over the sector.
Yeah, and decapping Charlie, whether it's killing the CV or just putting in his own, that's probably going to be a game-winning move for him. Because it just doesn't look like Spud has enough left on the map, and he's really exerting himself down in Foxtrot. But like we talk about in a lot of these games, Ring, if you're going for the 1-point sector and your opponent's going for the 2-point sector, you're probably making the wrong decision.
Yeah, and especially if Echo Foxtrot, because you can't. Well, honestly, both of Charlie and like the Foxtrot sectors, once you fully capture them, quote unquote, you can't really exploit. Arguably, a bit more on Charlie Deltas, you can a bit more easily put pressure into Bravo here. But yeah, if he, let's say, goes best here for Spud, he captures Foxtrot, gets at +1, doesn't matter. He's lost that time and energy losing Charlie, and you're just kind of buggered at that point unless he can get some very good trades.
Yeah, the poor AMX 10RC, he moves up to try and engage the Command Abrams. He gets a hit, does 1 HP of damage, but he's not a tank. Contrary to what you might see in the news today, the AMX 10RC confirmed not a tank right here. But the HA is a tank, and there's 2 of them, and they are on the hunt. They're low on actually fuel. It's kind of funny. You don't see that all the time in these games because they typically don't live long enough. But
there's much driving because these guys have been all over the map.
Yeah, that's true. They have been all over the map. They went on some country roads.
They're gonna be taken home.
They're gonna take home this match.
Yeah.
He just needs to send it forward. I wouldn't even care because that's gonna win the game. Yeah. He kills that Command Abrams. I mean, what's the worst that happens? One of his Abrams goes down to half health?
No, not even. It's like 13 AP.
No, he was 13 AP.
105. It's the really crap Abrams.
Yeah. Super Cobra down south. Yeah, they going? I want to go look down south. Or he's sending everything out but the HA.
Well, wait.
Just commit the HA. The STRF. I mean, FTRF doing some good damage. Almost killing. Honestly, the HA cost him their life.
He did.
And he dies right there.
Mirage bomb.
Mirage dropping some napalm. Not even on the tanks, though. He's calling out a bunch of STRFs, but that's not going to matter. That's a +2. Yeah, he's going to be able to hold that, even though he does decap Foxtrot. But there's a Command CV on the way. Oh, there's an AMX 10RC. I really wish we had the line of sight tool right now. He's actually, I think, pretty close to being able to see that command.
Oh.
He's targeting something. He can get a side shot. I think he gets side shot.
He
does. He brings it down to 1 HP. It's still moving. Oh, but did he lose sight of it for a second? He's taking too long to re-aim.
Oh. 1 HP, no ammo. But it doesn't matter. He can still command. And there's a Hemmick coming right up, so he should be fine.
Wow, he almost was the hero AMX-10. Yeah, the Hemmick's should be able to resupply him right here. The genies trying to use their flames to push back. You got to push it back there. That was super funny, actually.
Yeah. Oh, 1-8. What a lucky Abrams. Just one wrong roll here, and that could have been a big kaboom.
Yeah, no, that would have been huge for him. At least, like, best case, it gives him more time to, get his situation under control. Because a +2, while it sucks, you can kind of come back from that. A significant +4 tick is pretty much game ending.
Yeah, especially 20 minutes into the match and already a 150
Yeah.
point difference between both players. Yeah, this isn't looking too great for Spud. Like
Yeah, and
he's
Faust is going to go ahead and put the CV in there. Yeah, which is the
yeah,
right move. Might as well just put it in there. Because now the best, the Amex thing can maybe try to frontally charge you, but it's only going to do 1 HP of damage to the front.
yeah, and he's committing a bunch of infantry. And usually an infantry in this sort of engagement would be fantastic, but well, no rocket launchers at all. So as HE Abrams can just sit here and laugh. I mean, they're technically bunkers now as they've run out of fuel completely, but they can discard that road and shoot anyone who shoots back at them.
Yeah, and honestly, not a bad spot for them to run out of fuel at. Like, of all the places they've been in this match, to get stuck right there, firing into the crossroads, is pretty great.
Yeah. They see
RNG.
getting some good hits.
Yeah, and the Super Cobra comes in, getting a side shot with the Toe 2 there on the AMX 10RC. And then 3 of his own AMX 10RC is going to go ahead and flood this area as well. And now Charlie basically looks like it's almost completely under Faust's control. I mean, the Mirage 3 is going to be annoying, but they're not going to be able to kill the Abrams. Oh, and fuel being given to the Abrams right there. That is so clutch. Yeah, they're going to be able to back up. So they'll take a little bit of HP damage, but they'll be fine.
Yeah. And they've got the Hammett right, yeah, as well to even heal some of that HP damage. Or second Mirage coming in. Really needs to try to get the Hammett if he can.
Yeah, and then Foxtrot recapped there by Faust. He pushes back most of the infantry down there. So now we see a +5 rank, something we almost never see casting these games. And so Faust now starting to walk away with it.
Yeah, this is pretty much just a minute or two, and he will easily get his victory. We're seeing cluster munitions being dropped off north, trying to get his Abrams.
Yep. I mean, maybe he assumed that they were going to still be stuck there, but he fired in their old position, which just isn't going to do anything.
Nope.
Yeah, the +5. We don't see that very often.
No, this is usually people crit when it gets to this point.
Yeah.
But Spud's gonna hold it in.
Spud's like, I still got this, boys. You just wait.
Steiner's coming.
Yeah, the Super Cobra. Tan and the Super Cobra and the Mirage 3. Actually, can we do a little Mirage 3 air battle? That'd be great. Oh, we're going to get it. We are going to get it. There you go. Both of them launching magics at each other. Faust gets a turbine failure. The other one getting on its tail right here. 30 mil from the Defa trying to hit it. Is he going to be able to get on the tail?
No.
Oh, no. He gets away.
If he only had one more missile.
That was like some 10.0 BR and War Thunder right there.
Yeah. You fire off your missiles and you fly back to base. And then you get sniped by a... well, I'd say it wouldn't be an F-14. It seemed to be 10-3.
Yeah. Well, but it was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Or we're seeing a desperate CV call in here from Spud, trying to get Ron into Bravo and Charlie, but it's a little late for that now.
Yeah, we'll get there in time.
No.
Actually, where's Faust moving his CV? I don't even know why he's... Maybe he's worried the napalm was going there.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
And there we go, the GG Faust getting a full 500 point victory with a roughly 500 KD difference.
He has a total victory.
Yeah, complete and utter. But no, it was a very good call-in right off the bat. Just realizing, it's all just going to come down to the H.E. Abrams, and that match really did. And being able to secure the armor advantage early secured him the match.
Yeah, for sure. The HA call out, double the start with the mortar to provide smoke. It was just like, what's going to kill it? So you might as well open with it, right? Mm-hmm. And then, because there's not enough infantry, there's not enough flexibility in the decks to kind of do anything too crazy. So if you have a couple of, in this version, super heavies, you might as well call out your super heavies and just play it that way.
Yeah, it's no threat apart from Super Cobras, and you got Crow Towers.
And you got 2 of them. Yeah. But no, it's a good game. It was interesting to watch, and I think I've lost more of my brain from the Brain Rot tournament.
Same here. It's, this is actually more effective of killing brain cells and actually hitting my head against the wall. And I want to say less painful, but the mental strain has been quite tough.
Is there a prize for the winner of the Brain Route tournament?
I don't know. Probably just the sanity of it ending.
You feel like there should be like some money. Oh, you know what? A free copy of Eugen's hit new game Warno.
Whoa, there we go. That's a prize everyone wants.
You should get
especially
get
Wargame players.
Yeah, especially Wargame players.
A copy of Steel Division 2 as well, while you're at it.
Double it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but no, it was a fun game.
Thanks for joining, as usual, Mr. Graham.
Absolutely.
And as usual, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please just take it easy.